All right, we're going to work on interpreting the graph of a quadratic function. Although we're just kind of going to do a sketch. We're not even going to do a super accurate graph, but we're going to be able to answer this question we're being posed based on what we know about standard form of our quadratic function. So the graph of the function f of x equals negative 10x squared plus 700x minus 6,000 shows the profit a company earns for selling headphones at different prices. What is the maximum profit the company can expect to earn? So for this particular example, it's good to know that our x is representing the different selling prices. So x is a selling price. Our y, or our f of x, is the profit. So we're trying to figure out what is the maximum profit the company can expect to earn. So let's look at our function. We have f of x equals negative 10x squared plus 700x minus 6,000. I want to start by focusing on that a value. The a value is a negative 10. What does that tell us about our graph? Well, anytime your a value is negative, this graph, this parabola is going to open down. So if I just do a sketch of a parabola opening down, that's what it's going to look like. Can we find the maximum profit just on a quick little sketch? The maximum profit is going to be how high this graph gets. That's going to be the maximum. There is one point on a parabola that will tell us how high that is, and that point on the parabola is the vertex. So we have an equation in standard form. Let's find the vertex, and then we can find the maximum profit. So the vertex, we know that the h value is equal to negative b over 2a. So let's go to our function and identify. We just said a is equal to negative 10. B is equal to 700, and C is equal to negative 6,000. So we're going to plug in our values. We have a negative, our B value is 700, over 2 times our A value is a negative 10. So that gives us negative 700 over negative 20. When we divide that out, we get a positive 35. So we just found the h value of our vertex, which is the x, 35. Now to get the y or the k value, all we have to do is plug that 35 in for all of our x's. So our k value, which is our y value, we're just plugging that 35. So negative 10 times 35 squared plus 700 times 35 minus 6,000. We do all this math, and we end up with 6,250. So that is the h value, which is the y value of our vertex, 6250. So think about this picture where we have our vertex. That is quoted here. We know that wherever our axes are, that we would go to the right 35, and we would go up, this is not drawn to scale, 6,250. So what is the maximum profit? Remember, profit we said was our y values. How high does this parabola get? Well, we can see it goes all the way up to 6,250, because in order to get to this vertex, we would go over 35, the y value of vertex, and then you would go up 6,250 to get, that's the y value of your vertex, to plot a point right there. So the highest this graph gets is 6,250. So to answer the question, here's what we just figured out. We'll even put it in a sentence. The selling price, which was our x value, of $35 per item gives the maximum profit of $6,250. So for this example, understanding some key features of standard form, this was very key. Understanding that this parabola was opening down and that vertex would get us that highest value, that maximum value, and that's how we got that $6,250.